Yeah, I mean, there's so many Final Fantasies too. Thunder Dragon, my god. And that new one's coming out, and it does look pretty cool. Festering Maggot? Sure, why not? Yeah, you got a lot of hit points. We'll launch our cruise missile. Nice. Come on. Alright, he's stunned and we grabbed him. Now, that could be coincidence, but... see, now this one's got a blue, so we definitely want to try to grab him, I think. Because we've got... Oh, we don't... Wait, what? How do we have 0 infected squirrels? Does it separate it by color? If so, that's interesting. Go ahead and do the stun. If I time it right, which I won't, then I can try to capture him as it goes off. But it's not going to work out that way. Damn it! No, not a herd of infected squirrels. It's effed up. Increased damage you take by 100%. Wow. It's messed up. That ain't right. Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. You can't capture... twice in the same battle. I hate that rule. A lot. Damn it! Stop getting them down to like 0 hit points. There we go. Ooh, an uncommon festering maggot. Amazing. Oh, right, yeah, the whole handheld things. Good gosh. There's a ton of those. But yeah, the whole JRPG thing. I think the part I don't like is like, I feel like a lot of those games, it's expected that there's times that you're probably going to have to grind. And I ain't down with that. Or the very first time I ever grinded or ground in a game was Dragon Warrior 1 for the NES. And it's funny, like, it's one of those things where you look back on it, it's like, well, duh. But at the time, it was like, oh, well, this is totally new in a game. But, like, in Dragon Warrior 1, which is the series now is Dragon Quest, I think. Every time you like the rule was every time you crossed the bridge, the game would get more difficult, kind of like this. And sometimes, like, you'd be doing fine on one side of the bridge, but you cross the bridge and it would just be hellacious. And you're like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? Over here, stuff is like easy, but over there, I get my butt kicked. And I was like, well, wait a minute. If I sting out over here and kill these enemies, which are pretty darn easy, but I just keep killing them over and over, I can just keep doing that and get levels. And then when I'm, you know, got higher level, I can just go to this other area. Like, oh my god. Like, this is amazing. You're a brilliant genius. And I was, and I am. Point being, though, that was fairly new. At least to me it was. Like, thinking that, oh, I can just hang out in this one place and kill the same enemies over and over and over. MMOs, at least you, like, the thing is, ever since EverQuest, at least, that's, like, real grinding isn't as bad in most MMOs. Now, Asian MMOs, that's a whole nother story. But, like, I hate when people say grinding quests. It's like, okay, those two words are sort of contradictory, not completely. Because like when I say or hear grinding, I mean sitting in the same, generally staying in the same area, fighting generally the same mob over and over again for long periods of time, and multiple of those long periods of time. Because in EverQuest, you grinded. You went to the same spot every day, if it was available, of course, because, you know, you can't go there because it's not, you know, it's not instanced. So if other people are there, you have to go somewhere else. But you'd go to the same spot, you'd plop your butts down, and, oh, we got, oh, we're friendly with Ardent Crusade. Nice. You'd plop your butt down, and you would, oops, I didn't mean to do that. You would, have your tank or your monk or whatever would go and grab enemy, usually one at a time, pull it into the camp, kill it. They'd go grab another one, and you would sit there and do that for hours. So with quests, at least you're like mixing it up. Like I'm moving into different areas. I'm sort of fighting different creatures. And even though there's a lot of the same types of creatures here, within an hour or two, I'm moving on to a whole new area. Right? I'm not just sitting here for 5 hours at a time and then coming back tomorrow and doing the exact same thing. That is grinding. And that, I don't know how I tolerated that in EverQuest for as long as I did, because like I tried like trying to grind in WoW, because there was like this really rare pet, I think, that I was trying to get at one point. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to grind it out. I'm going to go over there and I'm just going to keep killing these same mobs over and over until I get it. I did it for like 15 minutes and I felt like I was going to lose my mind. Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of part of what makes it a JRPG is, you know, for whatever reason, they're more okay with that than we tend to be. Speaking generally, of course, you know, killing the same enemies over and over again. Let's go get this spot. But that is grinding. So when people say, oh, I'm grinding quests, and what they mean is they're just doing a bunch of quests and moving from one area to another. That's why I say I think it's silly when people say they're grinding quests. And that's why I just don't like it, because it's boring. Like sitting in the same area, fighting the same stuff over and over again. I just don't. I'm honestly just dumbfounded how people find that interesting. Like I don't get it. Like I honestly just don't get it. Like that that was one of the things that always kind of scared me off from really getting hooked to Black Desert, because I knew darn good and well that once you get to, I think it was like level 50, the amount of experience it takes to go up in levels drastically increases. And the way to level was to find a camp spot and just grind the same mobs over and over, hours and hours, every single day. And I'm like, nope. I would put a bullet in my brain. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I feel like the people who don't like JRPGs like me, I don't like the grind part. That I don't like. Like, I'd love to play Final Fantasy, you know, check the story out. I don't mind turn-based combat. Like, I don't have a problem with that. I think I generally prefer action combat, but I don't like a game that has turn-based combat is not going to put me away. Let's put it that way. We've maxed our fishing. Nope, we have not. I'm actually kind of surprised. I feel like we've been fishing a lot. Heh. I love this levitate. Just like levitating over to a fishing pool and it's like just fishing it from the middle of the water. I'm amused by simple things. Simple minds and all that. Yeah, I think that is probably true. Like I don't know enough about Final Fantasy to know that. I know like oh, damn it. I know I have heard that some of the secret bosses and stuff, like the hidden ones that are crazy powerful, you need to grind. But I think that's fine because that's side content that that's supposed to be for the like really hardcore players and stuff. So that's cool. That's fine. I'm not gonna hold a grudge because completely optional side content that's designed for that type of player is there. I think that would be being petty. Because I'm trying to think if there's any other facet of JRPGs that I don't like. I think another thing I don't like is I prefer open world and JRPGs. I mean, they have open world elements in that you can move around the overworld map. You're not going down a linear path necessarily, unless you're playing Final Fantasy 13 apparently. But it's not like Skyrim, right? Where it's like, okay, like there's a million different quests you can do. You can go wherever you want. There's a bunch of different things. You can find a random dungeon and just explore it. Oh, I tell you the other thing I don't like about JRPGs. Here's another thing. Is the pop-up encounters. And again, I know that's not necessarily a thing all JRPGs have, probably, but I don't like it. The ones that have it where you're just walking on the overworld map and oh, you're being attacked. I don't like that. I also want to try Dragon's Quest Builders. That game looks cool. Like they've got a demo out for it, and I would like to play that. Like the full thing. Oh, bloody hell. Sorry. An urban. Actually, I might be maxed at herbalism now. Oh no, it's 150. All right, let's go. At least grab this flight path. Wait, what? Your first attempt at 13 didn't fight enough earlier, so I got to the point where I was too weak, and then 13 got rid of that. Is that a mistype? Or am I just staffed? See, that I will say my playstyle is different than when I was younger, and that was when I played more JRPGs. Like, I haven't played a JRPG in I don't know how long. But part of that is just because my impression of it from when I played it when I was younger. And when I played it when I was younger, I tended to try to skip a lot of those random encounters because I didn't like them just popping up. I'm like, I have a goal. I'm trying to get over here to do this quest. I don't want to deal with these pop-up battles. So I would always run away. So I had hit a point where, oh crap, now I'm kind of under-leveled for where I'm at.
Watch your back.
And that caused a little bit of an issue.
Off with you.
Oh, this place sounds nice. Whew. I have played Mass Effect 1. I want to play 2 and 3 at some point. I've actually been wanting to... Ooh, yeah, look at all that money. 16 gold, 16, 6, 6, 6, 2, 28. Ooh, 47. Look at all of this gold. Yes. All right, we're up to 327. Awesome. But yeah, I've actually wanted to do a full Mass Effect playthrough for my channel for a while now. It's on the backlist. Because I've wanted to do those. But I was probably going to start with one because I have played one. But I don't remember very much of it. I know, again, shocking. And God only knows where the save file is. And I'd like to carry over the same save file all the way through. So I might as well restart over. Let's go over here. Oh, 13 got rid of the random pop-ups.
Something specific.
Oh, I need to...
I can't use that yet.
Oh, right. Level. Damn it. Oh, of course that's not going to be better.
Hey there.
Hey there. Sounds like things a drug dealer would say. Keep that. Oh, the mystery meat. I remember you, mystery meat. Iron Shield Spike. I'm going to guess again that that's not worth a ton, but... This is very festive music.
See you later.
Yeah, so that's good. But yeah, I heard so many bad things about 13. Because 13 is the one that has like the joke being there's like a 14-hour tutorial or something. I don't know how true it is. It's just what I had heard a lot. I don't even need these guys for anything. Yeah, the Fallout thing is probably not going to happen, though. The main reason being that the originals were not voice acted at all. Well, that's not true. The vast majority, like 95%, is not voice acted. So, and it's an RPG. So you really need the quests to be read, I feel. And I did Planescape Torment, or I started to do Planescape Torment. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do like voice acting on it. That got super old. That got really old. For some reason, I want to kill this thing. Almost like there's something special about it. Give me that haste. Alright, that's a turn in. Yeah, we'll go turn in real fast since we're right here. See if it sends us anywhere else. But yeah, I'd love to do Fallouts. I loved Fallout 1 and 2. I think they're still great games. I feel like those games are still honestly good. Like somebody who didn't play the originals and can like deal with older game graphics, I feel like they would still get hooked on those today. Like I don't feel like it's a game where you play it and go, well, I could see why people liked it back then. I feel like you can still enjoy it, but reading all the quests text would be a nightmare. I feel like, because I honestly doing Planescape Torment. I mean, even if like Planescape Torment, like I said, I didn't go. I wouldn't say I went all out, but I actually did try to do voice acting, try to giving different characters different personalities and voices and stuff, and I legit like was hurting my throat. Like I had to do shorter sessions because it would hurt my throat. I'm sure as I did it more, I'd get used to it. But it was just, it really made me not want to play it, so I ended up putting it off. And it's one of those Let's Plays that bugs me because it's not finished. I try to finish everything I start on the channel, but there's like 3 or 4 games that I don't have conclusions to, and it bugs the piss out of me. One of them really makes me mad because I actually finished the game, but like an idiot, I accidentally deleted the raw files before I had actually encoded them. Yeah, I mean, that's true, but like I consistently heard a lot of people didn't like 13. And the most consistent complaint was the beginning area was too linear and it lasted too long and it felt like a really, really long tutorial. That was what I heard from several people. Again, I might play it and not think that same way, but I don't know when that's going to happen. But the new one looks quite interesting. The fact, like the way that they incorporate the creatures into the world, like as you're playing, is really cool, I think. All right, one is slab of carrion worm meat. Oh, these guys that I've been running around, going, "Hey, I wonder what I need for this quest." All right, fine. No. Doing the AE doesn't really have as big of an effect when it's only one. I'm glad I'm playing a game where it's got me collecting the meat of maggots the size of Volkswagens. But yeah, I mean, yeah, people always complain about something. But I feel like the complaints I heard didn't seem like invalid. That AE seemed to do a pretty good job of keeping the insanity up.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, I remember. I think I tried the demo of 13, and like, I don't know what it was, but I just could not understand the combat. Like, I felt like I was missing something like elementary. I don't know why I was struggling with it so bad, but I was just like, duh, how I fight things, how I make hit points go 0. Alright, this Hinterlands quest, I feel like we can hide that one.
Can I help you?
Oh man, I remember this area too. Is there let me go turn this other quest in. So let me ask you this. Speaking of Let's Plays. If you could see, like, if you could pick one game to be, like, a really well done Let's Play for, like, not blind, But not like, I guess it depends on how you would define a let's play too, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. But, like, see somebody take their time with it. Maybe not be their first time playing. And, you know, and not be necessarily a raw playthrough. In other words, where like they don't edit and stuff. Like, oh, I died to this boss 10 times. I'm going to keep them all in. I mean, if you can find one game like that, what game would you like to see well done like that? It won't be me, by the way. I'm just asking out of curiosity. But who did that Final Fantasy Let's Play out of curiosity? I love to repeat myself.
Well met.
We'd lose some agility. That's a shame. A trinket. Trinquet. Yeah, this actually is better. We lose agility, which we don't even care about.
May the eternal sun shine.
Let's sell stuff. Yeah, there's just some Let's Plays that I can keep going back to. Like, one by, Manga Minx. She did... I forget the name of the game every time, but it's like a horror-esque game. Wait, where's the... Oh, there they are. It's like a horror-esque game. But it's like set somewhere where it's like really cold. I'm gonna sell this food. I'm not using it. And that 2 stamina. Legit is pretty much worthless. But it was some game where basically the person's out in the North or South Pole and they're going to help this ship that's gotten stuck in the ice.
See you later.
I hate NPCs that are either quests or vendors that move. But anyway, yeah, so that was a really good game. Oh, that's a sweet ass. God, bloody
Good day to you.
Stop moving, you jackass. You know what? Screw it. I don't care about... Actually, I do like those pants. I think I'll wear those whenever I get 45. You know what? Piss off, guy. Yeah, I see you. A-hole. Damn vendor. The rice reel. I'm gonna do a search and keep it. Maybe put it in my watch later list. Because I would at least like to see a little bit of it. I mean, I've seen some gameplay here and there, but not like somebody playing through it. I probably wouldn't even watch the whole thing, but I would like to see how some of it works. Where the hell is this? There it is. Yeah, I've got to imagine there's like a set of the hardcore fan base who's fairly pissed that it's went from turn-based to more action style. Man, that's the thing too. Like listening to people, like there's some famous, and I won't name them, but there are some big Let's Players who have horrendous voices. Like, I can't even stand to listen to them for extended period. And like, I honestly, I mean, I'm like, hey, I think it's good for them. I'm glad they're popular. But I just can't stand to listen to them. It's like, I think they're good commentators, but I just can't get over like how bad the voice is. I want to see this. Do the Shadow Fiend. God, that Shadow Fiend is not messing around. I actually did see the shadow thing that time. I don't know why, but I like this effect. Like, it's very simple. Just that shooting the blue stream out thing, but I like it quite a bit. Nice. Level 43. I don't think we got anything new, did we? I really like that. That AE is does some work. Oh man, that spell wrecks too. Holy crap! Holy crap! I'm trying to figure out how to use that void form more efficiently. Welcome back, Thunder Dragon Man. Thunder Dragon Man. Yeah. I noticed that too, with the female streamers. Like, I don't like the cutesy ones. Like, oh, I da 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 da. Like, I don't like that, and I don't like the dudes who are like, oh, I'm zany, like I'm so like crazy and rambunctious, and oh, like yeah, I guess. Ugh. I don't really care if it's fake or not. I just don't like it. But whether it's fake is completely irrelevant to me. Man, this shadow does some sick damage. Sick damage. I think we've actually haven't needed to kill more of these guys for a while now. Could probably head back. That's oh man, that's a whole topic in and of itself. It's like, I get annoyed at people who hate the booby streamers. Like, get all pissed off. It's like, they don't even like games. They're just getting people to watch because they got their boobs out. I'm like, hey, it works. Like, I'm not gonna, as the kids say, throw shade. I don't even know if I'm saying that expression right, and I really don't care. Because I am of the belief that as long as ain't nobody getting hurt, as long as, like, do whatever you do to gotta be successful. Again, as long as you're not hurting anybody or screwing anybody over, then life's hard enough as it is. Take advantage of the advantages you have. That would be like saying somebody who's born into a wealthy family, like, oh, well, don't take advantage of that. Like, what? Yes, take advantage of that. Again, don't hurt people. Don't screw people over. Don't lie. But, damn, like, why would you not take advantage of something? And, I mean, I totally get some people don't want to do that. And that's fine, too. But don't poop on people because they've decided to use this thing to their advantage. That's smart. Like, to me, that's just smart business. But yes, I will say that there is certain people out there, females specifically, that will use their sexual attraction to get people in and don't really care about games that much. But I think I think the number of women out there who do that is grossly over exaggerated. I don't think that there's that many personally, because like the streams like that I've seen, I mean, they might not be great at games, but shit, I guarantee I can go on Twitch and find plenty of dudes who are at least semi-popular and not good at video games. Like Northern Lion. Like, I love Northern Lion. He's pretty bad at games generally. And he'll admit that he's not good at games. But no, you don't see people giving him shit about it. You don't see people going, oh, Northern Lion's just using games to get popular. See, he's not even good at it. Nobody says that. Like, nobody. Nobody has ever said that except me just now. And I wasn't even serious when I said it. Like, I was using his expression. Belaboring the joke now. But the point is,
See you around.
there's points to be had on both sides. But overall, I think the quote-unquote problem, which I don't even think it is grossly over-exaggerated. Yeah, exactly. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Now, I do see... I can see there being a potential... I can see there being legitimate concerns with some parts of it. Because let's look at it as an extreme, right? Let's look at it as an extreme where... Oh, you didn't get the heal out fast enough. Neither did you. Where I can see an extreme situation where it's like, okay, well... A lot of people are saying, hey, if I do the booby streaming thing, I don't even pay attention to the game. I don't talk about the game. I just giggle and have a lot of cleavage showing the entire time. And then more and more people do that because they can be successful, and you kind of lose what Twitch is supposed to be about, which is about playing the games and sharing the games together and blah, blah, blah. I can get that. But I don't think that we're in a situation where that's a realistic concern, I guess, is what is my thing, is my counter to that, is I don't think we're there yet. And I don't think Twitch really wants that, because people give Twitch a hard time, because they're like, oh, of course Twitch isn't going to crack down, because they're going to make a lot of money doing this. But the thing is, they did crack down on that. I remember the big fuss when they decided to make rules where they said that, like, you can't have, like, wear bathing suit type clothes, stuff like that. Like, people got pissed off about that. So they very well have gone in the other... I mean, they could have completely gone the other direction, right? And said, hey, let's have a my free cam version of a video game version of my free cams, right? Which, by the way, I'm blown away that nobody's done that yet. Do we even need this guy? We do. Oh. You're a warlock or a shadow priest? I'm not sure which. But they didn't do that. So I'm not overly concerned about that happening. Honestly, I see that happening regardless. Because, like, how many Twitch streams do you go on now? And again, maybe I'm just old-fashioned, whatever. But how many Twitch streams do you go on now, regardless of gender, completely irrelevant, where it's like every follower gets a horn playing and the person stops to thank the person, welcome, blah, 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 or they get a donation and stuff's going off and they've got a banner at the top that says who's the highest donor today and stuff like that. Like, again, do whatever works for you. Whatever you're successful doing, do it. But I'm not going to say it doesn't bother me that instead of focusing on the games and experiencing them together or whatever, sappy way you want to put that, it's like this. It's all these bells and whistles, like literal bells and whistles, actually. Boosh! Ah, stupid Viper Trap. So that I find to be a much bigger problem. And again, that is in no way like gender related. I see guys' channels do that all the time. In fact, one of my favorite channels, who I won't even mention, I can barely stand to watch it anymore. Like, he's not too bad. He doesn't take donations, so it's not as bad. But like, it's like, I swear it's every 2 to 3 minutes. It's either a new subscriber or somebody has renewed their subscription. So he's stopping from playing the game to like thank the person. And I get you. Of course you want to thank them because they're giving you money. So obviously, yeah, you want to stop and thank them. But to me, that just takes away from the whole experience. It's like half the time you're stopping what you're doing to do that. And to me, that's irritating. But again, that's just me. Anyway, it kind of went on a tear there. But yes. I think there are buttholes out there who will point at these girl streamers and say, "Oh, see, they're bad at video games." I'd like to think that that's a minority, and I also think a lot of those people are just trolls, lowest common denominator trolls, low effort trolls, who are just like, "Oh, look, it's the same guys who make the stupid ass like, what are you not doing in the kitchen?" like jokes. Like, really? Like, that's zero effort, zero intelligence trying to make people angry. Nonsense. Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm all about, and the crazy thing about a lot of this is, and there is without question dudes out there who are automatically like, you know, games are for boys, and you know, girls are crowding in on our hobby and are ruining our hobby. Those guys are morons, like, without question. Those guys are idiots. Because I remember growing up and thinking, man, I wish there were more girls that were in the games. Like, I would love to have more women who are into this. Right? Obviously. That would be great. So it blows my mind that there are dudes out there who's like, "Oh, I don't want women in games." Like, what are you smoking? Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Reggie.gif. But yeah, there's just, I mean, I could go on and on about just in general the internet and discussions, and but the problem I have with a lot of those discussions too is they're not discussions. It's people going, like, pointing out, and again, it doesn't matter what side you're on, whether you agree with me or not. What people will do on either side, they'll find the worst example of someone, like somebody who's either a complete moron, a lunatic, or a troll, and they'll go, "Oh, see, that's what the other side believes." And when it's nonsense, the other side, quote unquote, doesn't even actually believe that. It's just, it's easier to point at people who are on the extreme and go, "Oh, see, they're crazy. Look at the stuff they believe in." And I've fell victim to that too, because it's so easy to just go, "Well, see, whoa, do I have to go in there?" Probably open portal. Oh, okay. Yes?
More work.
Oh, I just had to right click it to open it. You guys need to relax. Running back and forth. What level are you? What level are you, Mark? Say that again for me, Thunder Dragon. You lost me on that one. Yeah, and I mean, when I was young, I had a neighbor, both male, like I had two neighbors, male and female, and she played video games. In fact, like, I used to love to watch her play Hudson's Adventure Island, because that game was hard as hell, and I was terrible at it, but she was like really good at it. So I used to love which I've always been kind of like, I don't want to say video game voyeur, because that sounds both really super nerdy and super creepy. But like, I've always loved to watch people play video games, almost as much as I like to play them myself. And but I love to watch her play because she was so good at it. But again, it just blows my mind that there are dudes out there. Well, I mean, I guess straight dudes. Like, if you were gay, then I guess you don't care if there's more girls. I mean, just from hey, yeah, I have girls in my hobby. But even outside of that, like, why would you not want them? Like, that's silly. It feels like if you're just straight up against men or women or gay, you know, anybody else, like, don't want them in your hobby, like, I feel like you must have some kind of preconceived notion about that group and think that that group will do something like negative to your hobby. And that's probably the discussion you need to be having. Like, why do you feel that way about that group? What proof do you have that they are that way and that they would do this in the first place? Oh, sweet. I get to kill somebody with a bell. That's pretty awesome. Oh, my priest. My priest is 43 now. RC Pro-Am. Yes, I loved RC Pro-Am. Secret of Mana. I remember that one as well. Find a blah, 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 blah. With the Abbey Bell Tower in Tyr's hand. Well, there's no bell here, and there's no way to go higher up. So it's got to be over here. Oh, here we go. We actually, shocker, we actually just pick the bell up and start beating him with it. Oh, whoa. Oh, hey. Alright, so let's actually read this because I'm not really quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Somewhat ironic. At one point, they led the charge of humanity. Now they resemble those corpses that they once hunted. What caused their descent into undeath? Is it certain? Does it make them any less dangerous? Assassin who went by the name of Rohan. We have intel that places him atop the bell tower. Find him and kill him, and try not to die. Oh, within the bell tower. I'm an idiot. I thought it meant... Alright, yep. Never mind. You know. Hey, do you have that much money or anything? Nice hat, though. It's one of those games I remember playing as a kid, and I liked it, but I don't remember anything about it. But hey, that was a JRPG, and I like that. I think it was. I mean, I know it was... Well, I'm pretty sure it was made in Japan. But it doesn't have to be a JRPG just because it was made in Japan. But I think it was. Like, that type of game. I love that AE spell. By the way, that spell is great. But RC Pro-Am was great too. Oh wait, wait, how'd it go? No, it's in my head, but I can't actually do the thing. Trinket. I'll never remember to use a trinket. Wait, how many trinket slots do you have? Oh, you do have 2. So I guess I'll just put it in there.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. Reminds me of the guy from Squidbillies. Yeah, have a good one. Had a squeal? It never made it over here, huh? Now I know the tires squealed. My God. That squealing of the tires was pretty brutal.
Hello. Have a good one.
Clearing the rats out. I want him to say have a good one. It's like, I think it was like when you did, like when you made a turn. I feel like when you made a turn and it was trying to make this sound that the tires would make, it was pretty brutal. I don't know why I'm bothering to do that. Nice. I don't know why I try to set up multiple dots on them. That's redonk. Oh yeah, that's understandable. I remember the most random things. Completely irrelevant. Like, nothing to do with nothing. I'm like, I remember this one time, and God, this AE is awesome. Nope, damn it. Ha, nice. I actually do still have my original Nintendo from when I was a kid, but I don't have a power cord, so I'm actually not 100% sure if it works. Whoa, that guy died fast. Wow. He was a mage, I suppose. Yeah, keep casting the dot, genius. That'll work wonders. Sup? Damn it. Don't stun me, jackass. I like how my dots killed him while I was stunned. Alright, let's head out, turn this back in. I had 2 NESs, nice. Yeah, my memory is terrible, but I'll remember something like some inane, worthless piece of trivia from WoW or something. Like I've been talking, like the lot of this stream has been me rambling on about crap I remember from when I, played WoW back during beta and release and Burning Crusade. But yet, I'll, forget stuff I did 30 seconds ago. My brain is worthless. Wow, that is a ton of consoles. Travis, I don't know if you ever listened to the podcast, the Super Game Talk podcast, but Travis, he's like, I'm not big on console. I mean, I usually like try to keep up with the new ones, but I don't use them that much. But he is like hardcore. He's got a bunch of older ones. He's got like almost everything that's been made. Well, let's not go that far. But like within like Atari and on, not like the Odyssey. He probably doesn't have an Odyssey, but he has a lot of other stuff. I should try to. I really want to find a power cable and see if my old Nintendo works. I mean, it doesn't matter. I would never get rid of it. Whoa, hey. That looks suspicious.
What would you ask of death? Trust no one.
Cloak of the Revered. We lose 1 int, gain 1 stamina, lose crit, gain versatility. Yeah, no thanks. Jessica Chambers. Jessica Chambers. That's a reference to something.
See you around.
Not sure what. Jessica Chambers. What's down here? Not all that well hidden.
down.
Oh, well, you little bitch. Interesting. I don't know what that is. Something maybe I'll unlock later. I don't know. Oh, wow. This is far away. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can definitely see. When I first tried to play FPS with mouse, which, I mean, I had played, like, Duke and, like, Doom with just keyboard. And I went to a cyber cafe, and they were all using mouse and keyboard. And I was like, what? I'm like, that's freaking weird. And I remember trying to learn, and it was awful. Like, I'm like running into walls and spinning in circles and staring at the ceiling. It took me a while to get used to it. I like Rex. He was one of my more favorite characters from Mass Effect. I used to, like, the way I did my build, by the end, I basically just made Rex, like, I gave him as much hit points and resistances and everything that I could. And I would basically just rush him in. Whatever the room was, I'd just throw him into the middle of the room. And my my shepherd and whoever else I had with me, I don't remember who I used for most of it, we would just stay in the back and take enemies down one at a time. And they would just all focus on him because he ran in the middle. It worked out pretty well. Sarah still doesn't use the mouse on WoW. I give her hell about it. She's like, I don't see how you stand, like, moving the camera with the mouse. I'm like, well, wait a minute. What do you do? She's like, oh, I just kind of, like, stick it in one position and just leave it there. I'm like, oh, God. Like, that's awful. How do you stand that? Yeah, I think I would probably had my shepherd as a sniper. Because usually in RPGs like that, my first character is always a evil, ranged female character named Chloe every time. Ever since like Fallout 1, I think I've done it that way for whatever reason. It's kind of become habit. Because my first character in Fallout 1 was, I don't know if her name was Chloe at the time, but I had female, she was ranged, she was like focused on sniper rifles, and she was evil. She like killed everybody in pretty much every single town. She killed everyone. Eventually. She couldn't do it right out from the start. Wasn't powerful enough. But then like she'd play nice until she got powerful enough. Then she'd just wipe out the entire town. Chloe. C-H-L-O-E. Not the Chloe from Life is Strange. Which I feel like I'm going to have to say that forever now. Thought I heard something. Could be her cats. Her cats go ballistic sometimes in that room. I don't know what they're doing. It's like they're losing their minds. Yep. It was the name of my first Skyrim character. I don't remember exactly the first time I used that name, but I've always, like, when I first heard that name, I was like, that's a really cool name. Like, I like that name a lot. So I've, like, used it since then. Hello, kitty cat. What are you doing? Was that you making noise? I don't think it was. I kind of don't think it was. I could have used the,